good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to race number 8 of Season 9 of the NNSCRA Mobil1 Cup Series. We're here getting close to All-Star Race Weekend, one stop after another, and we just keep getting closer. And we have got a lot of entries, as we have had 7 races, 7 different race winners here this season alone. We'll see who may be able to lock themselves into the All-Star Race with a win here today at Dover International Raceway. Let's go down trackside now to get the command.
Drivers, start your engines.
As Chris Louvier starts on the pole position, Louvier 28th in the point stands. He's kind of hovered between 25th to 30th for the last 3 or so weeks. He ended up having a top 5 finish 2 weeks ago at Dega, ended up getting involved in a big wreck at Las Vegas last week, and he'll try and go for the win here today. Alongside him, Chris Washer, the runner-up last week to Austin LaPlante. Washer's actually gotten himself back up into the hunt for a spot inside the top 10. He's 14th coming into today's race. He also is trying to become the first repeat winner this season after winning the season opener at Daytona. Kyle Corbett lines up in 3rd alongside of Lewis Stevens. We'll show you the rest of your starting lineup for today's race as you take a look here. Lewis Stevens has actually worked his way up now to 11th in the point stands, and Kyle Corbett running consistently in 6th. Neither one of them, though, have gone to victory lane yet this season. As you take a look at the rest of your starting lineup here. Austin LaPlante rolling off from the 30th position. Austin Mongold, the points leader coming into this race, is going to start from 26th. So they're both starting pretty close to each other. And those are the two that may be battling for the points lead during this race. Mongold comes in with a 7-point advantage over his teammate and last week's winner, Austin LaPlante. Green flag out here at Dover. We're underway as the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas line up first, second on that inside line. Inside line is going to be the line that moves early on here. Louvier goes to the point. Here comes Corbett looking to the inside. Not going to be able to make a move this time as Louvier will take the top position. That outside line could end up ringing up a little bit of momentum off the corner as the day goes on, but it's only 20 laps of racing, so not very much time to be able to get yourself up here to the front. Nick Smith looking underneath of Lewis Stevens, I think, for the 5th position, as the top 4 right now are single file. Louvier, Corbett, Washer, and it was Gene Sanford in 4th, but Nick Smith is on a tear, moving his way to the front. Contact back there between two good buddies, Joshua Collard and Anthony McCurry. We almost had a caution, but McCurry hung on to it. He's going to lose quite a few spots, though, as a result, as he had to really get out of the throttle in order to avoid disaster. Last week had almost disaster, he and Austin LaPlante, when Dylan Young ended up getting into Austin LaPlante and blocking him. There's LaPlante, who's right now caught on the high side. As a matter of fact, Dylan Young's coming up that inside line. I don't know if the 60 and the 30 had any tempers flare after last week, but if so, short tracks really breed short tempers, and we may end up seeing something happen between those two before this race is over. Get to the front of the field this way. Chris Louvier continues to lead. Washer is now cleared Corbett. He's now into 2nd. Corbett back to 3rd. Nick Smith in the 4th position. And now Lewis Stevens is running in 5th. Top 5 have kind of broken away. Then it's another 3 cars. 6th place right now, Gene Sanford. 7th, Cody Lamas. And 8th, David Rivera. And the caution flag is out. Caution waving for the first time here at Dover on lap 6 of 20. And it looks like something happened on the front straightaway just at the start-finish line. Yellow flag is out. And the leaders will now start backing it down to follow behind the pace car here on the back straightaway. Looks like last week's winner, Austin LaPlante, was involved in whatever it was, 2nd in the points, as he brings the Ford EcoBoost Ford Mustang to pit road. Looks like they're going to try and repair that machine. Oh, TJ Den rather, was upside down. 15 was up and on his roof. And he's had to teleport to pit road. Some damage on the rear of Jacob Lawler, on the front of Connor Breton. I don't really know what happened. Is there someone smoking up here? Oh, that's Clay Rogers and Anthony McCurry, along with William Bedford in the 4, and Alex May has got some damage in the 32. So they're all coming to pit road. The smoke erupting is out of the back of the Clay Rogers machine, who last week at Las Vegas went up and into the air and barrel rolled across the start finish line. Alex May's car is also smoking. He's out of the race. Bedford pulls into his pit stall. He's out. What about Clay Rogers? I'm sure he's out. And Anthony McCurry, we'll see if they try and get the damage repaired on his machine. No, he is out as well after a top 10 last week at Las Vegas. A 6th place finish. McCurry's out of the race now too. I'm not rightly sure we didn't have something else happen when they came to the caution flag after the yellow was waving. But we'll find out. Chris Louvier is the leader under our first yellow of the day here at Dover. It's going to be hard to pinpoint just where the contact was that started this. LaPlante was in the middle of it, that's for sure. Connor Breton. Okay, it looks like Breton kind of got squeezed by Daniel Gilbert. He goes down into LaPlante, then he gets sent up into, I think that was Jeff Fair. LaPlante going to go down and pound that inside safer barrier, and then look at Dylan Young. Almost got into him there. Actually, Dylan Young does get clipped in the 30, and he actually goes spinning around, and then here's going to come a shot. Well, I thought he was going to get hit by the 15, but no, there's Momo Akari. Nice evasive move to the inside to avoid save for Jacob Lawler. So what exactly then happens earlier on, or later on, I should ask? Let's find out. Let's see if it starts with McCrory. Clay Rogers is just ahead, too. I wonder if the 61 and the 18 get together. This is after the caution flag is waving, but they're coming around here to end up receiving the caution and then pace under yellow. And yeah, McCurry just gets into the left rear. Clay Rogers turns him down. Both of them solid hit into that safer barrier. That was a hard lick. And then up the racetrack, Trent Dunham's going to get a piece of the 18 right there. Look at the points leader, Austin Mongold, splitting the gap there. Henry Sanford just barely avoiding as well. Oh, Alex May ran straight into the back of William Bedford, never slowed down. That's how Bedford got involved. And then the 15, where's the 15 of TJ Dent? Because he was upside down. Qualls trying to slam on the brakes to avoid. Chris Maley also slides in. And there's TJ. But his car ends up upside down. Oh! Jacob Lawler, slamming on the brakes, slides straight into him and flips him up on his lid. So that's what happened to TJ Dent. He slid to avoid the wreck, and then some other car, Lawler, slides into him, and he's upside down. That's a tough break there for TJ. He's been having a struggling season, and it's not getting any better. Lights are out top the pace car. We're getting ready to go back to green just past the halfway point on lap 11 of 20. It'll give us 10 to go to finish out this race. Louvier is the leader, Washer second, Corbett third. Nick Smith's been on a charge. He's up to fourth. Lewis Stevens is in fifth. Gene Sanford sixth. Rest of the top 10 are Cody Lamas, David Rivera, Ricky Falcon, and Sean Galligan as we get ready to go back to green. Louvier waiting on the flagman. Flag is out. We're underway. Washer almost jumped it. If he had gone to the inside of Louvier there at the start-finish line, he would have been penalized, but kept it behind the One Main Financial Toyota, and now he's right on his back bumper looking for the lead. Here comes Washer to the bottom. Louvier puts the block on him, though, here heading into 3. Slammed it over, and Washer kind of washed up the track a little bit there, too, as a result. I think that kind of surprised him. I thought he was going to, or I think he thought he was going to get to the inside of the 11 heading into 3, but no such luck. Drivers out of the race after the incident we just saw. Anthony McCurry, Clay Rogers, William Bedford, and Alex May. We saw them all retire. Austin LaPlante is caught 1 lap down in 38th. And also a lap down is TJ Dent. Because we had 10 to go, it was a single file restart. The lap cars not able to come up here to the front to try and get that lap back. So, 1 week after he won at Las Vegas, Austin LaPlante finds himself in trouble of losing points again this week. As his teammate Austin Mongold, we saw the move he made to be able to get through that wreck. And I believe he is running up inside the top 20 at the current moment. Lewis Stevens underneath Nick Smith. He'll move to the 4th position. Now looking for Morris. He'll move underneath of Kyle Corbett, looking for 3rd. Lewis Stevens has really turned up the heat lately. As I said, he's now up to 11th in the points, trying to get into the top 10 in points, as he's been very strong the last couple of weeks in that South Point Chevrolet. Meanwhile, though, the battle continuing up here for the lead. Chris Washer, Chris Louviere, the battle of the Chris's. It'll be 5 to go when we hit the stripe here. Louviere certainly hoping that there's not going to be any caution flag that could possibly end his chances of winning this thing. And I bet Washer's feeling the same way. Washer wants to be able to have this green flag run to try and get by the Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota of Louviere. Now, we talked about the troubles for LaPlante. There's Austin Mongold right now battling in the 20th position with Dylan Monroe. So he will at least hold the points lead. Now, the only difference, though, is he's now in 21st. Sean Galligan, though, is going to be able to close up a little bit of distance because Galligan right now is running in the 11th position. So that'd be about 10 points he'd make up, which means he'd be about only 16 points behind Austin Mongold, leaving here at Dover, provided that those two continue to run where they are. Contact there between Joshua Collard and Gene Sanford, teammates over in the Snickers Cup Series, but they keep it together, and we're still green as right now, oh, we got a battle. The battle for the lead was on. Chris Washer just passed Chris Louviere. Now he's to the point. He's to the lead, and it's 2 to go. Now, Washer won earlier on this season, and that was at the season opener at Daytona, trying to become the first repeat winner here this season. But Lewis Stevens has worked his way all the way from the 5th position down to 2nd during this green flag run. Does he have anything for Chris Washer? White flag displayed this time. One more lap to go. Lewis Stevens is right there. Will he be able to make a move on Chris Washer here in this corner? Trying to run the same line as the 88. Here we go. If he's going to make a move, he's going to have to make it here in 3. Lewis Stevens, will he drive it in hard? Not be able to make the move here. Washer trying to block him, trying to make sure he doesn't get any advantage. He will do so. Chris Washer becomes the first repeat winner this season, as he'll pick up his 2nd win of the season here today at Dover International Raceway. So Chris Washer may very well have just now made a case for himself to be making this season's Mobil1 Cup Series chase for the championship, becoming the first 2-time winner in the Mobil1 Cup Series here in Season 9. And Lewis Stevens, another great run for that 62 team, almost got the win, but that's going to move them into the top 10 in points with that run here today. Very quick race here today at Dover for sure, but a lot of hard racing there in that last 10-lap segment. Nick Smith going to finish out behind Chris Louviere, who was 3rd. Smith in 4th. Kyle Corbett, another solid outing for that number 20 machine, as he's going to get 5th. Cody Lamas, he'll stay in the top 10 in points, I believe, as he was 16th coming into today's race. He gets 6th. 7th for David Rivera, well-needed run for that 28 team. Joshua Collard, he's going to stay in the top 10 with an 8th place run. Ricky Falcon was 9th. And Gene Sanford will now, I believe, also stay in the top 10 in points as she gets a 10th place finish. Sean Galligan finishes in 11th. The points leader, Austin Mongold, finishes in 20th. That was 9 positions that Sean Galligan made up on Austin Mongold, which means about 17 points will separate Austin Mongold from Sean Galligan heading into next week's race. Now, as you look down further through the results, there's where you see some of the things that are going to really hurt some of these drivers. You got Austin LaPlante, 38th here today, 1 lap down. He came in 2nd in the points after winning last week at Las Vegas, and also another driver is going to take quite a bit of a hit in the standings. Alex May, our winner from Talladega, came in 4th in the points and finished the day out in dead last here at Dover. So, Chris Washer becomes the first repeat winner here this season, picking up his 2nd win of the season. Came in 14th in points. We'll see him probably in the top 10 in the standings as well after today's race. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race here from Dover International Raceway. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. If you're looking here at your official finish results, we'll show you all the way down once again. Also, be sure to follow the NNSCRA on social media. Facebook and Twitter links are in the description. As you've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, Offline Racing at its best. Here come your rookie points and main points heading into next week.